yesterday we stopped at, we were discussing about the report that if there is some report which is showing all different line items like the replacement of FBL3 and even FAGL L03. So as I told you there, Neeraj also told that there must be some report, and I was telling about that a lot of reports have been moved to the Webdin Pro application. Even our planning functionality has moved to IBP, which is also built upon NetViewer Business Client. So this report is also, there is one new report, not one report, there are many reports which are new and which will work in the Webdin Pro application. And this is one of that report in which you will find all different line items. But the only thing is, I can just show you one report because most of the reports are not working currently in this server at least. And I already asked our technical guy to check what exactly is the issue. But I can show you the line item report which was not coming yesterday. So yes, so these are, see this, if you see this, these are all new applications or maybe all new Webdin Pro applications which you can use for this Simple Finance application. So even if you can see this SFIN accounting, actual costing, SFIN accounting, in-period processing. So in-period processing actually contains all different transactions which we are doing in our financial accounting. So you can see the document postings, all this information is coming in Webdin Pro also. So let me show you the reporting part first of all. Let me go here itself. So as you can see this, yes, Neeraj.
Has the tree structure changed? Because earlier all the reporting used to be in information of that particular node.
Yes, see, one is the standard node. I think most of you are aware that there are two nodes, SAP menu, which is the standard node. If you can
Right.
see here, there are not much changes in terms of this node. But
Okay.
what has happened now is there are some new role-based roles like or role-based profiles. So there are some new roles which are came up with the introduction of SAP Simple Finance. And when you assign these roles to your user ID, you can see all these roles are actually available under Webdin Pro. So you can see all these things are under Webdin Pro. So that is the reason why it is under user menu that I'm showing it to you.
Okay. But how would we access it through the easy access?
Easy access, I'm also not aware where exactly it is appearing because when I assign these roles to myself, I can see all these applications are coming under my user menu screen. But let me check if it is available here also because I tried this, it is not coming. The reason I understand the reason is that whatever configuration or whatever easy access screens are there, they are ERP screens, they are not Webdin Pro screens. But now there are a lot of Webdin Pro screens. So if you want to do the planning also that you have to do in the NetViewer business client or Webdin Pro client, even if you want to generate any reports, line level reports and all, they are not coming actually directly into this. So new reports are, as we checked that day also, yesterday also, that the line level reports, the new reports are not appearing here. Here there are only old reports which are coming, right? So new reports, because they are not available directly on the ERP or maybe the report painter or whatever forms we are creating for reports, they are not required directly in ERP now. Instead, they have moved that to the Webdin Pro application. And that is the reason why I think it is not coming under the normal SAP Easy Access menu.
But this is the access menu which is accessible to most of the users. So going forward, how would we suggest the client, like what components we'll have to install to access these reports if it is not available at this access menu?
Yes, so you have to see there are a lot of technical components that you need to install. Like, for example, as I told you, the NetViewer business client has to be there. The Webdin Pro application has to be configured with the ERP, has to be integrated with the ERP. And all these components, after that, what is now the concept of role-based? Like, if you can see here in my user menu, these are all roles, different roles. Even if I show you, just a minute, even if I show you this actual costing, so this is one role. So if you assign this actual costing role to the user, he will be able to see this folder. If you're not assigning that, he'll not be able to see this.
Hi, Anurag. Sorry for getting late. Actually, some problem with the system.
Okay, we just started, so
Okay. Okay.
Yes,
Okay.
Neeraj, let me show you in native your business client also. If I go to NWBC, here also you can see various roles.
Mm.
And these roles have been directly copied to the Fiori also. So if you are working on the Fiori and let's say you are a cash manager or a controller, right? So let's say SAP S-Fin cash manager. So you will under cash manager, you will find all these different roles.
Mm.
Okay. And when you log in through SAP Fiori also, you will find all this manage bank accounts, create bank, change bank. So this is role. Bank account management is one role or the cash manager is a role under which all these different transactions have been kept.
I got your point, Gautam, but I'm sorry, Gaurav, but it's very hard to digest that
Mhm.
to access reports, it won't be available at the easy access, and people will have to specifically assign these roles to the users to access this report.
Because these are new reports, you have to be like earlier also, like if you want to give the rights to the particular user for the reports, you have to assign the roles to that user, right? Now also there are some new roles which are came up. So manager is one role, controlling let's say cost center planning is one role, profit center planning is one role. So you can assign these roles to your users and only then he'll be able to access all these things. So for
Uh,
example, if
I got your point, Gautam, Gaurav, but just imagine if we assign SAP all even to one of the
mhm,
users, still we won't be able
mhm.
to see these reports on easy access,
Yes, this is
right?
also see this is all yes. This is also part of easy access as I suppose. But let me check if you want I have got your question. You mean to say where can I find this
Correct.
all screens within this old ERP? But again, I think this will be I'm not sure this will be available here because what it is doing is whatever you try to do here, it will directly take your control to the web info application. Let me show you once. So when I'm talking about my report, let's say in period reports, if I go to this reports, if I double click here, it is not showing me any ERP screen. It will directly take me to the web info application through Internet Explorer or Google Chrome, whatever is installed.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and here you can find various reports. Like if you want to see the line item based reports for cost center actual items. So this is the report which we are discussing last time as I told you that this report will be available directly in WebDinPro, right?
But
Similar
Gautam,
to that
Gautam,
yesterday,
shit, why am I calling you Gautam every time, man? Today I was talking to
not a
Gautam
problem.
and sorry, boss, very extremely sorry. So Gaurav, you see, I would really like to know your consulting experience because
Mm-hmm.
when we tell the client that for some reports he has to go to some other web available some
No.
application to see these reports.
Let me tell you why. Just a
Okay,
minute.
Gaurav.
See, the concept has been changed totally now. The reason is now nobody for to your customers, 90% of the time you will say them not to log in into the ERP. They are going to log into Fiori now. Okay, and that is the reason why these reports are kept in WebDinPro. So when the user is logging into Fiori, he will be able to see all the reports, he will be able to see all the transaction into his Fiori launchpad now. So he don't need to go to the ERP and click on this reports and then arrive at this report. So most of the
But
transactions can be performed from SAP Fiori directly.
but Gaurav, you are assuming that whoever goes for HANA and Simple Finance would
Mhm.
invariably attach Fury also. May not
Yes,
always be the
because
case, right?
see, SAP Fiori is a add-on. It is not something that you have to purchase separately,
Okay.
right? So it is coming with S Simple Finance, and if this functionality is coming, I don't think any customer will again try to use the old functionality which was already available. Because if you see the applications from
So
SAP
for
Fiori point
Fury,
of view,
for Fury, you don't have to buy additional licenses.
no, it is coming with Simple Finance add-on.
Are you sure?
Yes. The normal applications like the apps which are automatically created. Automatically means they are which are by default they have created. That apps are coming. But if you want to create some new apps, then you have to get your SAP Fiori consultant and need to make these apps directly for your client.
Gaurav, I would request if you could maybe offline, if you could
Mm-hmm.
help us with this. Because today I was pitching a client
Mm-hmm.
and
Mm-hmm.
specifically quoting him the cost for licenses. So
Mm-hmm.
for your SAP, for your SAP mobile platform as well as for Fiore for every client there is a separate combination and a separate license cost. So I was
No,
really
but
wondering, especially
are
these
you
guys are already on your HANA. Their
uh-huh.
database is HANA, so like they can go for S4 suite. They
Mm-hmm.
have already deployed Simple Finance, and they were
Okay.
specifically asking for Fury.
Mm-hmm.
So
So
now
you
you
mean
are
to say
telling
they
me
are
that it
asking?
comes right. So you are telling me that this comes cost free.
Yes.
Whereas my understanding is that you have to specifically buy license for this. So that's why I said, could you please help me check this out? I might.
Yes, definitely. I also check it out, but whatever, see, I'm also trailing from my experience. So at my
Okay.
client place also, when I came to know about the licenses, it was add-on, and they said that we don't have to pay anything for the SAP Fiori. And even when I attend these trainings, I also like one of my batchmate has requested that whatever question you are asking now, like if I'm not
Mhm.
using SAP Fiori, so he said that, see, the same answer, like if you are going for simple finance and if you are getting SAP Fiori, why the client will say no to it? Okay, and if it is,
Of
if
course,
he,
definitely.
yes,
Right.
yes, see, again, if he is saying no, for example, he don't want to use SAP Fiori, then also see the new logic, the new S4 HANA is totally built up on three pillars. I think we discussed this earlier also. One is the back office is SAP HANA, so the backend server is
Like
SAP
Viva.
HANA, the front end is
Right.
SAP Fiori, and then the third one is the
The
simplified data model.
application.
Yes, simplified data model, which means the the tables have been removed and they have been replaced as the views. So these are the three pillars of simple finance. So if you don't want to use SAP Fiori, then you are not using one of the functionality which is provided, I think free of cost. But again, let me check if there is additional cost to it. I'll come to back to it. As per my
Maybe I'll
understanding,
share a link. Right. I'll share a link with you in that case.
yes, as per my understanding, SAP Fiori can be deployed on non-S4HANA ECC also. Okay, for that case, maybe SAP Fiori is uh, you need to purchase a license. But if you are going for simple finance S4 HANA, I don't think there is a separate license cost involved. But again, let me check through this.
Gaurav, Harish here. Okay,
Yes,
yesterday
Harish.
we are talking about FAGL L03 report, right? Okay, line
Yes.
item was not displayed. Actually, it is
Mm-hmm.
a simple thing. Can you go to FAGL L03? Actually, it displays. Only thing we have to change how we used to look at the report earlier. Okay, can you go to FAGL L03 report?
Yes. So
Okay, can you enter
2002.
GL account? Yeah, company code. Yeah, your company code.
Okay.
Yeah, execute the report. The data will
All
not
items.
populate. Yeah, all item.
All.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, here data is not coming, right? Okay,
Mm-hmm.
just click back button.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, this is the general ledger view. Can you click on
Mm-hmm.
entry view there? After choose ledger, entry view is there. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
click on the execute report. Here
Okay.
it
So
comes
this
the
is
data.
only for 0L, right?
Yeah, 0L. And also whenever we use entry level or data, right, then it picks up,
Mm-hmm.
we need to change the views in order to view the report.
Okay. But again, see, let me show you that document also, in which they are clearly saying that this has been uh, stop supporting me. It is saying this reports will be replaced by this new reports. Okay, let me.
Yeah, actually SAP has introduced one more report for this. It is FAGL
Yes.
L03H. That is the report.
That is HANA report. So that was also available without Simple Finance also. If
Okay,
you are
if you
using
use,
HANA database, yes, if you are
mhm,
using HANA database and you can use FAGL L03H, even FBL3H is also available. In the
mhm.
database should be HANA. It is not necessary that you move to S4 HANA. Even in ECC 7, if your database is SAP HANA, you can run that reports.
Okay, these are the reports which is getting the details,
Yes.
transaction data,
Okay.
line item level.
Can
Yeah.
you? Yes. Can you see this screen?
No,
No, Gaurav, we have lost
no.
you. Now we can see, yes.
Yes. So you can use 3 different reports for analyzing GL account line items. I'm going to share this document also with you. This is nothing new. This is the document which is available even in the internet. I'm going to share the link also with you, which will help you if you go through these documents. So it is saying GL account line item display, which I'm going to show you now, which is available under, as you can see here, data from, just a minute, let me go to this first, which will tell you you can use line item reports powered that have a simplified user interface. Most of these new web-based applications can be used instead of corresponding SAP ERP reports and are compatible with them for the business point of view. So what it is saying is those reports means I'm talking about these 3 reports replaces SAP ERP line item display reports, for example, the following transactions. So you can see H also here. FBL3N, FBL3H, FBL3, this all reports have been replaced with this new report. So now, and the logic behind this is same. Why they have kept these reports in the web-based application? Because it will be easy for them to bring it to the SAP Fiori. Because everybody is expecting now that if the client is going for S4 HANA, because one of the pillar of S4 HANA is SAP Fiori. That's why we are talking about easy user interface. But if you are not using SAP Fiori, then there is no change in the user interface then, right? So let me show you these 3 reports. Out of this, I think only one report is working now. I need to check why. I already raised this question with the technical guy. So let me go back. Let me share this once again. Yes. So we were here, Launchpad. So these are 3 reports that we are talking about. GL account line item display entry view. Oh, why it is showing error here? Earlier this was at least working. Let me go back. Yes, now it is working. So you can see this report. So even I think Harish has said that the entry view it is working. So this report is related to entry view, and this will again show you the same thing what we have seen in ECC. So for entry view, you can find that these details are appearing in this report. See, this line is appearing here, and if you want to drill down to this accounting document, that also you can do it from here. There is some problem, so you have to write the document number, but normally it should not be. It should come automatically. Do you remember what?
Okay, how we can access these reports?
Just a minute, huh? Yes, what is your question?
We can access whatever the access we have got within that. Can we able to access these reports?
Yes, see, normally, again, I'm coming to it. Normally, as an end user, now if you are going to SAP Fiori, you will not be provided the SAP ECC or SAP S4 HANA Business Suite like the ERP access. You will be provided only SAP Fiori access. Okay, and depends upon your role. For example, if you are a controller or if you are a cost center planner or whatever role is assigned to you, based on that there will be some applications or some apps. Now these apps have been divided into 2 parts. One are transactional apps in which you can post something, and one is analytical apps. So this is one of the analytical apps. So when you log in into SAP Fiori, if you are allowed for this role, you can run that report, show the GL line items in entry view, and this report will be available to you.
Gaurav, this is really quite disruptive thinking. It's disrupting the way you normally think. Because generally, if the client say they do not want to invest on the Fiori consultants, etc., and they say we want to go with the existing reports.
Okay.
So, do you mean to say that in the existing easy access menu, they won't be able to access these reports because they
No, no.
don't have
See,
Fiori.
I am talking about this new reports. In if they want to use the new reports, I'm not saying they need to go to SAP Fiori. They can use these reports even on WebDinPro also, because it is web-based. Okay, even if they are
No,
not going for SAP
just a minute,
Fiori.
sir. So I'm a bit confused. If you want
Hmm,
to run these reports, do you
hmm.
need Fiori or not?
See, currently I'm not using Fiori.
Okay, fine.
Th-
So I can go through web applications only,
Yes,
and I can
exactly. I
access
came
the
from
things, right?
ERP. I came from ERP. I have the roles. I have the roles assigned for this report, and that is the reason I am able to run this report directly from ERP and WebDinPro application. Till now, I have not touched SAP Fiori at all.
Okay.
Right?
So you would
But
say that along with the easy access, now people would need access to, I'm saying in the world of simple finance. So in addition to your easy access, people would need access to your web, whatever application you said. So they would invariably need this access if they want to see these reports. Because as it is,
yes,
I'm sure this is necessary. You cannot work without these reports.
yes. So if the WebDinPro is not there, they will not be able to use these new reports. And WebDinPro again, I am coming to it. WebDinPro is not a separate product that will be always available with the SAP installation.
Okay. It's not even a
Yes.
separate add-on. It comes with the suite itself.
Yes, yes, yes. See, everything now, everything is integrated into the suite. Most of the things, even your BW, you can configure directly into the SAP Business Suite. You don't need to buy separately the BW component. You can directly integrate with your SAP S/4HANA suite
Okay, so these are
because it
simple.
is.
You can say these are you don't have to pay for extra licenses now. Means if I have to want to go for BW on a
Mm-hmm,
S4 HANA suite,
hmm,
then that's simply an add-on. I don't have to pay extra license cost for that. You would
no.
say this?
Yes, because BW can be directly taken care by SAP HANA database. You don't need to create a separate instance for BW client.
No,
It will use the same. It will
no,
use the same.
no, Gaurav, I think you didn't get my question. My question was for all those softwares which you say can now form part of your S4 HANA suite. So
Hmm.
what I'm understanding that all these softwares would become just as good as an add-on. That you can simply add on your S4 HANA, and of course using HANA as a database, and then you start working on that. In other words,
Yes. So
then you don't have to pay for the
yes,
licenses, etc.
yes. So as for
Because
HANA,
earlier if you had to go for BW, then for BW
hmm,
was a separate licensing altogether.
yes. Let me come to it. So you are saying, see, there are two scenarios here. One is you are using totally separate BW tool in which you are taking the data from earlier you were taking the data from ECC. Now you want to take the data from S4 HANA. Okay.
Right,
In that case, you need to purchase the BW licenses separately. But now
right.
you also have the option of creating your BW client directly on the same server on the same installation. And this is always the part of S4 HANA bundle. So in this bundle, there are some things which are automatically coming. When you are purchasing S4 HANA license, there are
Mhm.
already the list of things which is coming. Maybe let me check if I have the list now or just a minute. Let me check.
No, I got
I
your
think
point
I
because this list would be like obviously it will be like a always changing list because still they are plugging in lot many softwares
yes,
to the
yes,
S4
exactly.
HANA.
Yes.
Okay,
So there are a
okay,
lot of
boss.
new.
Boss, you do one
Yes.
thing. You know, you send me your email ID. You meet me after this class. I'll be meeting some consulting. I think I pitched the wrong thing to a wrong client.
Okay.
Shit.
No, see, there is
Okay.
lot of see. Actually, there is lot of confusion in the market because this product is totally new.
Hmm.
Not many consultants or not many companies. Even I have seen some companies where nobody knows what is S/4HANA.
Hmm.
Okay,
Okay.
so that is
No,
the
frankly,
point.
even
Like,
we also didn't know before coming to this class. I was also at a great confusion that what is HANA and what is S4 HANA. And
no,
I
but
think
again, see,
in the interest of time, I would like to take the class in a different direction. But of course, after this class, if you people are interested, I can give you a wonderful scenario to think on it.
Mhm,
This is
mhm,
what my client has suggested me right now. And
mhm.
frankly, after talking to you, I'm feeling I had pitched the wrong thing to him.
No, do one thing, Neeraj. Whatever
Right.
questions, like the first question you asked is whether SAP Fiori is part of the license or you need to purchase a separate license for that. I'll come back to you on this question. If you have any other question which you already pitched and you want to get clarified, let me know. I'll definitely try to help you. If I know, I'll directly help you. If I don't know, I will get it from somewhere. I have different sources, so
Great.
I'll check it out.
Of course, of course. Actually, once this class is over, in the interest of class, I'll give you a scenario and just think that how you'll work on that.
Yes, yes. You just send me the mail. You have my mail ID, right?
Right, I do.
Yeah, just
sure.
send me the mail. I'll definitely try to help you in that.
Sure. Thank you.
Even when I was undergoing training, so I was doing this training first on the face-to-face basis, in which it was a classroom training. So we had lot of doubts. So whatever doubts we were asking, like to the consultant who was providing the training also, he was also not very much sure about what is new in, like there are a lot of scenarios that we are discussing, like we are doing it now. So it is
Most
always,
this is
if it is a,
an evolving software right now.
yes,
It's
even
quite
if
at a
see,
recent stage. Right.
even if I'm saying now that, see, for example, in my last session when I was taking the training, I told them the classical GL planning or cost center planning is uh, totally out of simple finance. Okay, and then one student came, he said, no, I am able to run the classic function. Then when I tried to see this, if it is possible, I got a note. Yes, because some customer has asked that they want to use the classic functionality, SAP has given this functionality. So it is again contradiction. So like I shown him the note also that okay, this available, earlier it was not available and now SAP has come up with this. So every now and then there are some changes.
So Gaurav, could you help us like how can we update ourselves with the latest notes which are coming or this type of information? Or
Yes.
your SDN is your best friend?
Yes, yes. No, see, SDN is one of that, and I have, I think most of you will be aware. Okay, let me try to open here. If you just write, or I will send you the link if you want. Most of the things, they are not open SAP actually, or we can say open SAP. Open SAP is only, see, again, open SAP also you can try. Open.sap.com is a site in which you will get some tutorials which are free of cost and which will help you in understanding the basic thing. They will not explain you everything in detail. For example, there are 3 pillars of simple finance. They will explain you this. And they will say, okay, there is only one table which is updated in AC document, but they are not going to show you how the transactions can be entered, what is appendix ledger. They're not going to talk too much in detail.
Okay.
Okay. So that also there are some 2 courses I have taken, S4HANA in nutshell and S4HANA deep dive. There were 2 courses for S4HANA. So you can give it a try. You can. It is not more. It is I think it will take you 4 hours for nutshell and it will take you around 8 hours for deep dive for S4HANA.
Actually, latest SAP soft applications will be updated in that. The new whatever the
Yes.
new application trainings will be
Yes.
updated.
So I think deep dive is the latest S4HANA. Is there any new thing which has come in OpenSAP now?
Currently, I saw SAP HR simple. There is a next. I think this month onwards they are providing the HR
Success factor.
training.
SuccessFactor.
Success factor.
No, but I'm talking about the things which are relevant to us. So I'm considering finance only. Yes. So SuccessFactor, I don't want
I was
everybody.
looking for simple finance, but there's no simple
Gaurav,
finance.
SuccessFactor is part of a cloud, right?
Yes.
See, everything.
Actually,
See, everything is
no, no.
now part of cloud.
No, Gaurav, let me explain. Actually, there is a traditional HCM as well as your success factor. Success factor is the cloud-based, and traditional HCM is your on-premise. However, now in fact, SAP is trying to migrate all their on-premise HCM to success factor.
Yeah,
Okay, thanks,
SuccessFactor
Neeraj.
actually was a separate company first. They purchased
Acquired.
this company and they are trying to move everything to SuccessFactor now.
Okay,
So
thank
if
you.
any of you guys are interested, I have a lot of work in success factor.
Okay.
No, no, don't worry. One of my guys is pitching for your theory also in Saudi. Simple finance and theory.
Neeraj, we are based out of India, is it?
Sorry?
You are based out of India?
Yes, very much
Okay,
in India.
Bangalore
I
or
think internet.
different place?
No, no, I'm at Noida.
Okay, fine. Thank you.
Okay, I think internet is not allowed here. Okay, I'll send you this link. It will keep you updated. So whatever new things are happening, they will be updated over there. But again, there is not any. I was expecting that at least the mail should come that there is some new thing which is posted in this site if you are registering to it. But that is not happening. So you have to like go through each and everything if there is any new thing available over there or not.
Okay.
Okay, similarly, you can find these reports. Like if you want to see the GL view, I don't know if it will work here now because earlier this was not working. I already raised this issue with our technical guy. Most of the reports are not working in WebDin Pro at least. Let me try to come here again. No, these reports are not working. So this will basically give you, it is same like FAGL L03 in which it will give you the line items based on the ledger which you will provide. So if you want to see for LA, you have to use this report. If you want to see for N2, you have to see this report. And this is the balance. This is also not working, I think. So I'll definitely make sure that these reports are explained when this system is available. I don't know, earlier this was available. Now there are some changes which are being done in the server, and that is the reason why this is not appearing. Okay, so this was about the reports. Like if you can see this, there are a lot of reports. For example, that day we were discussing about what will happen to my cost center line level reports if they are not appearing in my old transaction code. So they will also be appearing here. For example, let me go to actuals. I think I shown to you here also. Even in this reporting also.
Gaurav, one thing here. For all these
Yes.
notes which we see, spend accounting,
Mm-hmm.
budget, spend accounting, capital investments, etc., they are all on your web enabled reports or they are on your easy access,
All these notes.
right? All these which we can see,
Mm-hmm. See, most of the
spend,
reports.
right?
See,
Spend accounting,
yes, yes.
right?
Going forward, everything is available on WebDin Pro, right?
Okay, okay.
So
So
if
all
you
these
want to
notes
see
are
this,
right. So all these
yes,
notes
if
are accessible through your web pro, whatever you call it.
no, not necessary. So you can see here, FB50, it is not going to WebDin Pro. It will open the link here itself.
No, I think
Okay,
my
but
my question was for these all these notes.
mhm.
How would we access these notes? They are in your web application or normal ECC, or is it like some in your user they have assigned these roles? Like how are we going to
Yes.
access these notes?
See, you are talking about this node. So this node is related to this role. So this is
Okay,
one role, SFIN accounting, in period processing and actual postings.
okay,
So under this node, these are all different transactions which you can perform. But again, this is the standard role which is provided by SAP. As well as the normal case, you can create the Z out of this role and you can assign the subset of these transactions also to the user.
okay. But for this, in fact, they need not access through your web application, or do they need to access it through web application?
Which these nodes?
Right.
Not necessary. They can be used in ERP also. It depends like what decision you are taking. Normally, if you are moving to SAP Fiori, you are not going to ask your end users to again log in into the ERP, and you don't want to give them both the options. You can either log in into ERP or through Fiori because you are not going to provide the training for both. Normally, you will provide the training if you want to save the cost. You will provide the training only on Fiori, right? Because it is simple.
Okay.
So for the end user's perspective, I don't think anybody will like to give the rights of ERP to the end user. For end user, I think SAP, if you are giving the rights of SAP Fiori, that is sufficient.
Okay, in the interest of class, I would like to share where I'm coming from because you see, one of my clients has specifically asked for like it's a PO. They have specifically asked like how you are going to have security systems in Simple Finance. So in security systems, when you talk about designing these roles, so I can now understand where they were coming from. because now the roles would constitute of your easy access as well as your web enabled roles,
Yes.
right? And also even if they have installed Pure also, so I believe a lot of role designing would be involved in coming days. A lot of demand would come what like how do we design our roles.
Yes, I think the demand of role was till now also. So even in SAP ERP also, when you want to provide the roles to the user and you want to provide access of a particular transaction, you are doing through this security itself. So I don't think there is any change in terms of the role maintenance. But only thing is now you need to maintain the roles for WebInfo also and SAP Fiori also separately.
That's right.
Yes. Okay. At the same time, what I'll do is I'll send you the link and I'll send you this document also, which I have shown you now. So this document is the basic document. It will not provide you all the details. Like for appendix ledger, it will tell you only, let's say, half an page. It will not show you how the transaction can be posted and how the reports can be seen, but it will tell you what appendix ledger is used for, where we can use. Similar to this, there are all the functionalities, whichever are the new functionalities in Simple Finance, this will tell you. So you go through this document also, and at the same time, I'll provide you the link also in which you can find the latest version of these documents. And whatever new is happening into this SFIN, it will be updated in this node, in this site.
I mean, you will send a link to the email, or you will share?
Yes, I'll send you the email.
Sorry, Gaurav, yesterday I could not note down your email ID.
Email ID? Okay, not an issue. I'll share it today also. Okay, so let me go to SAP menu now. So any questions till now, or we can go ahead with the next topic?
Gaurav, what is available here is this web client UI framework node, the last node
Sorry?
in this easy access. What is? Oh, fine. Okay, got it.
Yes. Okay. Okay, so let's start off with fixed asset accounting now, how it will be handled in this.
Guru, this is Jamil. I have can you explore and find out why the roles are not coming in the easy access screen? You know, the roles which you just shown here. It is.
Yes, you mean to say whatever is available in the user menu, why it is not coming in SAP menu, right?
Yes, why it is not coming?
Yes,
Can you explore and let us know later?
Definitely. But see, my assumption is because these roles are now moved to Web Infra application. That is the basic reason that I can assume as of now. But again, let me check this.
Definitely, Gaurav, there must be some very sound logic behind it.
Yes.
This is, this is disruptive thinking. No, normal person would not think like this.
Right. So, okay, I have two questions for today. One is the licensing cost behind SAP Fiori, and the second question is this one, why these roles or why these screens are not appearing in my SAP Easy Access screen.
Gaurav, I think question one is a bit more personal in nature, so maybe it may not be interest of the class.
No, but everybody will like to know. Yeah. Even if you said like you heard somewhere, I am also very much keen to understand then why.
It will help us in the future when we face and during the project. Right.
Yes, definitely. See, maybe it is technical, but again, you should know what is exactly happening in Simple Finance. So, if you are going outside and somebody is asking you who will pay the extra cost of SAP Fiori, so you should be confident to say there is no cost involved because it is coming with SAP Simple Finance add-on, or maybe it is coming with S/4HANA, right? So, I think it will be interest for all. Not a problem. I'll explore it and I'll definitely come back to you on this.
Okay, fine.
See, last time also when we discussed this, and even in my class when I was undergoing this training, so the explanation given by him was it is free of cost, and the reason why it has been kept as a free of cost is because they want to promote the use of Simple Finance. So if they give the separate cost for SAP Fiori for different components which are coming with SAP S/4HANA, so nobody will like to do that much of investment. So what they have done is they have kept everything in a bundle. So you don't need to pay anything extra for all these functionalities. They will come in bundle if you are getting the license for S4HANA. This was the thing that was told, but again, let me see if anything is available in the web.
So Gaurav, in the interest of the class and for all, if you allow me just 2 minutes, I would like to share an experience.
Mm-hmm.
Very quickly, I came across a situation where my client currently has HANA and he has very limited space left, close to around about 60 GB in HANA. Now he asked me how to use this SAP HANA. Especially he wants to empower his organization with analytics. Now in fact, he has already taken S4 HANA suite. So in fact, we pitched with the idea that we'll install BW on your HANA, and you can like you can provide analytics to the organization. Okay, but in fact, we thought that you might have to buy separately licenses for this, so we added cost into that. However, as per our discussion today, I can figure out that if you are already using S4 HANA suite, in that case, BW is just an add-on. So you need not have a separate license for that.
Okay, but now the question is
that's where I'm coming from. Why I asked you this particular question. Now, number two, even more interesting scenario is that this guy has a analytics database of around about close to 1 TB. So he doesn't want to load it in HANA because it will become too costly. So he's saying that I want some, a secondary storage device where I can store all this data, 1 TB, and whatever information is needed to run the report, only that information transfers to HANA, and then on HANA, the BW or analytics is like placed on top of HANA for reporting. So he wants the best of both the worlds. So he wants the speed of HANA. However, he doesn't want to invest in HANA, and he says for other than the 64 GB limited space, whatever additional space is required to store this data, you create a secondary storage device and exchange the data between this storage device as well as HANA. So guys, do you think is it possible? The answer is yes. There are certain tools available in the market which integrate with HANA in this way. The only difference is that you won't get the real-time data. There may be some lag.
Yes, because you need to migrate the data from your ECC or S4HANA to your BW server.
No, but BW server has a very limited capability. The rest, all the data is in the another secondary storage device.
No, but see, BW, you mean to say BW is not empowered by HANA. It is totally a separate, yes, right?
No, it does.
You don't want to.
No,
you
it
said
does.
you. Okay.
Just imagine you have a limited plate. You have a plate in your hand where you have total 64 GB of space.
Mm-hmm.
Now, in 1 GB you install your SAP BW. In 1 GB you install your business objects, analytics, etc. For the balance amount, you only bring the relevant data to your HANA database from where reporting can be done. And the rest, all the reports, all the data is in a secondary storage device, not there in HANA. So basically, he is analyzing data close to 1 TB with a space of hardly 64 GB.
Okay.
So that's why I said that's why I typically ask you this question: that does it cost if it's an add-on on S4 HANA? So it's simply a download, be it your Fiori. And in fact, this client is specifically asked for Fiori also, and we have pitched in Fiori license as well. now I'm really wondering, God forbid, I hope a consultant like you is not on their board. Otherwise, he'll mislead me.
No, but again, let me also check because seriously speaking, see, you are at the position of director, so you get all these details like what what cost you are providing to the client. But when we are a lead consultant, we are not providing any licensing and all this information because this is already done when we are in the project. So whatever is my experience, it is only in terms of like what I understood from the training or what I understood from the person speaking about the SAP Fiori. But again, I need to check whether uh, this whatever I have heard or whatever I have read, I'm correct or not.
Gaurav, can you execute a transaction code SAP1 to see the reports? SAP1?
SAP?
1. Yeah. It should be here.
No, but these are old reports or new reports?
Should be combined, I think. New and old both.
No, I don't think these reports are available here because they are not available in your ERP directly. It should redirect you to the WebDin Pro. Okay, I don't think this is a report
Okay,
because it will
can you
not
just,
start from there.
can you just okay, can you just
Yes.
let us know that where is the integrated planning node in easy access? So, you know, where is the node of the integrated planning?
Okay. NWBC. Okay, and inside this you have this planning, the role called as ACC planning. And this is the entire integrated business planning client. So you can do the planning at this level, cost center planning on period, cost center planning on years. So these are all planning objects which you can use. And you can see here, you can also, give me a minute, let me close this, let me come down. So you can see here, even in integrated business planning, they have kept this also open, cost center planning for classic. So this is a node which is used for integrated business planning.
No, but can we not open in the easy access screen?
No. You cannot run this integrated business planning reports because they are again integrated with Excel. So if you open any report, I don't think this is also working. This is also already, yes, you can see here. If I click on this, it will open Excel, but I think it is still not integrated. So this is also raised to the technical team. They're trying to this. So you can do your planning directly in Excel. You can see your reports directly in Excel, which is through NetViewer Business Client, which will be used for your integrated business planning.
Okay.
And you can directly see again this integrated business planning. I am using NetViewer Business Client, but not always. If you are using SAP Fiori, when you log in through SAP Fiori, you will find this cost center planning directly into there. So you don't need to worry whether this is taking the control to NWBC or it is going to WebDin Pro or it is going to ERP. You don't need to worry about it. If you have the rights, whenever you log in into SAP Fiori, automatically whatever rights are available to you in the form of NWBC, in the form of WebDin Pro, in the form of ERP, everything will be available in a single, it is called as SAP Fiori Launchpad. So Launchpad will include all the transactions which are assigned to you.
So Gaurav, in this class, would you be helping us with the front end of the Fiori?
Yes. I'll give you the background. I'll provide you the link. It is the I don't know how many of you are aware. SAP also provides 15 days trial version where you can do your transaction directly on SAP Fiori app. You can have the feel of it. I'll provide you
Yeah,
that
I do
link
have the
also
link.
where yes, you can directly go to that link. You can register there, and you can always use this trial edition for 15 days to try various combinations. I'm going to provide you that also.
15 days or 1 month?
No, it is 15 days for this. Just
I
a minute.
saw it's a 1 month. Like.
If it is just a minute. 14 days for cloud version, I think. Just let me check. I have the link. I'll send you the link. I think you can go through it. Okay. Okay, so let's start today's topic. Today we'll just discuss about what are the changes in terms of asset accounting. What is new asset accounting? What are the changes in the new asset accounting now?
Gaurav, one thing more.
Okay.
With respect to integrated
Yes.
planning, right now you will be
Mhm.
walking us through integrated planning also, na, in this course?
Yes. I'll give you the walkthrough. I'll tell you how the planning is done, how the reports are calculated. That also I'll give to you.
Thank you.
Okay, so let me go to SPRO first because I need to configure my asset accounting. Guys, today I'm going to stop this session around 8:30 because I also made some plans. I was expecting this class to start at 5:30. So today the class will be only for 1.5 hours, or maybe till the time we are configuring the asset accounting. We are not going to do the transactions in asset accounting today. We'll just configure asset accounting. We'll understand what are the changes from the configuration. Okay, so within financial accounting, so now you can see the node is known as asset accounting new. Earlier it was just asset accounting. Now it is asset accounting new. Okay. So I'm not going to migration because this particular screen we will see when we actually talk about migration project, which we'll do after everything is done from the normal configuration point of view. So once this is done, then only we'll talk about migration. So migration will be related to your general ledger accounting also, controlling also, and new asset accounting. So coming to organization structure. So I'm just configuring the system as we were doing earlier. So this is same. We need to create a chart of depreciation if you want to use asset accounting. And I'm going to copy the standard country template for this. What happened? Okay, so country template for India, 0N, and to chart of depreciation T009. Copy it to 209. Okay. So the next thing is change the description of newly created chart of depreciation. COD for T009. And next we need to create our depreciation areas. So for example, let me this book depreciation area has to be there. Okay, and all this except this income tax depreciation, I'll just delete all this and I'll create whatever are required. Yes, I need to assign the accounting principles. This was not there earlier. So it is mandatory to assign the accounting principle to each and every depreciation area which is defined. This is a new thing. Now this accounting principle contains the ledger groups. So indirectly what I'm doing is I'm assigning the ledger group to my depreciation area. I think this is the one which we have assigned to 0L. Okay. And this is only for the reporting purpose, or maybe let me delete this also to avoid the confusion, because this we are aware this is only used for the reporting purpose. Normally we don't assign any GL accounts, or we do not post directly to the GL. I'll tell you this, if you want we can add this later also, but now I'm making it a little bit simpler. So if I want to create, now for example this is assigned to my 0L. Okay, now let me try and assign this to my chart of depreciation, or assign this depreciation area, chart of depreciation to my company code T009. So parallel currency area missing for area 01 chart of depreciation T009. Tell me one thing first before we proceed. Till now, if I am using a parallel ledger, for example N2, is it necessary for me to create a depreciation area for that also in my ECC?
No,
or it is
because
optional?
whatever you are posting in 0L, no, yes, you can do that, because one depreciation area you can decide to which ledger it will post. Whichever you are posting to 0L, that will flow to all the ledgers. However, you can have ledger specific depreciation areas also, where you can define that this particular depreciation area would post to a specific non-leading ledger. That's how we used to do IFRS compliance.
So you are saying you can have, but is it you must have?
You must have, I would say, if you have to carry out IFRS compliance, that's how it's going to be.
No, no,
Because I
but
remember
see,
in our days, we used to like have depreciation area 10, 20, 30, and 10 is like your current local gap. 20 is what it should be for for your different, say, IFRS. 30 used to be the delta, which used to go and post into IFRS ledger.
okay. No, but my
So,
question is,
yeah.
if I don't want my asset accounting for IFRS, I want to pass only whatever postings are available in 0L, they will be updated in NL also. So in that case, do I need to create a separate depreciation area?
For
No,
group currency, we should have, right? In normal ECC,
No,
if you
group
have
currency
group,
is group
yeah,
currency is different.
no. If you have posted anything to 0L, it will by default flow to all other non-leading ledgers as well.
That is okay, but my question is, do I need to create a depreciation area? Is it mandatory? Should have is
actually,
different thing and must have is a different thing. So I'm asking if it is must or it is should.
yeah,
I'm
must
sorry,
have.
could you repeat your question?
Earlier
No,
days,
could you repeat your question once again, please? Maybe I
Yeah,
didn't
I
get your
mean to
question right.
say, yes, I mean to say, if I have a non-leading ledger defined in my at my company code level,
Okay.
and if I'm not creating a depreciation area for non-leading ledger, is that okay or I must do it?
No, not necessary. It's okay.
Any other thoughts?
Generally, what happens, like if I take the scenario, say you're creating your non-leading ledger specifically, say for IFRS compliance, right?
Mm-hmm.
In that case, then maybe the valuation may be different for IFRS as compared to your leading ledger. So that's
Mm-hmm.
why we used to have a separate depreciation area so that
Mm-hmm.
adjustments can be made and specific posting can be done in the IFRS ledger to adjust the depreciation to make it IFRS compliance. So that's why
Exactly.
whenever a non-leading ledger was used,
Hello,
it should have used parallel
hello.
your another depreciation area. However, it's not necessary. I'd say if both the accounting principles are more or less same, then you may need not do that. With your one entry, with one depreciation area, you can flow entry to all your leading and non-leading ledgers.
Okay. Okay. Any other thoughts to this? I think whatever Neeraj said is okay, but any other thoughts?
Hello, hello.
Yes, Anurag. Anurag, are you trying to say something?
Yeah, actually, I'm getting disturbance today. Actually, your voice is breaking, so I'm not able. I don't know whether you can hear me or not. Is it?
Yes, I
Am I
can hear you
audible?
properly. Yes, I can hear you properly.
Okay. If I understand your question, you are asking me about. Sorry, you're asking us that whether we need a separate depreciation area, even if we don't want to post any ledger specific entry, something like that. That was your question.
See, my question is, if I have one leading ledger,
Um.
okay, let me ask this question in
Okay.
chat if I'm able to write that. That is also not working. Anurag, my question is, if I have a non-leading ledger defined for my company code, is it mandatory for me to create a depreciation area also, or it is the option?
No, okay. If we have a different accounting principle, for example, the depreciation, the useful life of an asset in 0, 1 and for example 1, 5 is different.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, then obviously it is better to assign a separate ledger group and with the and also the delta area to get posted in both the areas in the
Exactly.
different ledger with the same
Yes.
set of
So,
accounts.
so me to say that
Yeah,
if there is a difference in term of
so
depreciation
that is the
calculation,
normal case.
yes. So if there is a
In
difference in term of
any, if there is Yeah.
So
But if there is no difference, hello, then we can means there is no need to assign a ledger to the for example for that one file depreciation area, and that will follow the 0L1, means both will be same,
exactly.
but the one file will not have any posting. It will just for the information purpose. That
Yes, exactly. This is also
so
my understanding. I think Neeraj is also trying to say the same thing. This is my understanding also, that if
this
you
is how
don't have any changes,
our
it
system
is not,
works.
in short, yes. So
Yeah,
in
you don't
short,
need
it
to
is
assign
not
any. So
necessary.
for first,
Okay. So what I mean to say is, as per my understanding, again, if somebody opposed to it, we need to check. In my understanding also, if we don't want to create a separate depreciation area for non-leading ledger, it is also okay. System will not throw error. It will allow you to do so. Only thing is, for asset accounting, there will be only one depreciation area which will be updated, right? Neeraj, is it what I mean to say? Is it correct, or you argue or you oppose to it?
Absolutely.
Yes. So, but
As your
now,
Anurag also said, the logic is that whatever getting posted in 0L, that will
mhm.
flow to all the non-leading ledgers. They will be
Yes,
exact
yes,
mirror of 0.
yes.
After
This is
that,
also my understanding also.
if you want to make some changes, then you create a separate depreciation area where you
Yes,
carry
if
out
there are
transaction as
changes,
per your. Hmm.
yes, if there are changes, there is must that we need to create a depreciation area. Is it now clear, right? So now, going forward, it is not the case.
yeah,
For each and every ledger that you create, a non-leading ledger, again, I'm talking about the standard ledger, because if you know that you have created the appendix ledger also for this company code, but it is not asking us to provide the depreciation area for that ledger. It is only asking for the standard ledger, right? So for each and every standard ledger which is created in the system, it is must that you have to create a separate depreciation area, and it has to be assigned to the accounting principal. Okay, this is one requirement. Other requirement, if you are maintaining the parallel currencies, okay, so for each and every parallel currency, you have to create a depreciation area separately. You got my point? So in short, what I mean to say is, let me go back. I'll not be able to save this till the time I am not updating these things. So I need to create a depreciation area for my non-leading ledger first of all. So let's say I'm creating this as 11, and I'm saying this is N2 depreciation area. And this is also my real depreciation area, because it is not my derived depreciation area. It is my normal depreciation area, which is going to, it is not getting derived from something. It is the normal depreciation area. So accounting principle, as I told you, I need to make sure that if I'm creating any depreciation area, I have to assign a accounting principle also. So let's say this is my, I think we assigned N2 to, yes, N2 is assigned to IFRS. Okay. So automatically the ledger group is updated as N2. Okay. Now, normally till now, in my old system, in my ECC, if you try to create a parallel depreciation area, and if you try to allow this tick area post in real time, will it allow?
No, it's only 0L in which it allows real time.
Yes. So is there anyone who thinks that no, it is allowing till now? It is not allowing, in short. So if you want to use a parallel depreciation area in your old system, you cannot assign this area post in real time to your non-leading ledgers. It has to be ticked only for your leading ledger. Okay, but now you can assign this indicator area post in real time even to your non-leading ledgers also. The reason is you don't need delta depreciation areas. I think we discussed this earlier. The delta depreciation areas are no more required. Even the accounts, if you are using the account-based approach, in that case
yeah, yeah,
also,
yeah. You told
yes,
in the yes, you told it. Yes.
yes, we discussed this in the introduction section when we discuss about all the different changes in all different modules. So this is the main reason why we don't need the delta depreciation area, because earlier we were only able to post in real time for the depreciation area 0L. We are not able to set this indicator for the non-leading ledgers. And that is the reason
Yes.
why we need to take this indicator area post depreciation only for this non-leading ledgers, and we need to create or the derived depreciation area, and we need to take here area
For the
post depreciation.
APC.
Yes.
Yes.
So now it is not required. Now you can post the depreciation and APCs, everything in real time for the non-leading ledgers also. And that is the reason why the derived depreciation area has been removed, or it is not required anymore.
Gaurav, Neeraj here.
Yes, Neeraj.
Gaurav, what could be the possible business reason for this new change? I'm saying in your consulting assignments, did you come across like where this is used or how this is applied? I'm saying why? Because
See,
we understand. I'm saying when you are making a posting, so it goes to 0L as the real posting. It flows to other ledgers as well. Now, even if you're non-leading ledger also, if you want to post it real time, so what difference would it make?
see, earlier also, just let me give you the example. See, there are 2-3 options. One option is you want to create a
Better way.
depreciation area only for the reporting purpose. In that case, you will select that area doesn't post. For example, income tax depreciation. Normally, we keep area does not post because we are handling income tax depreciation separately. That is part of SIN, right? But if I have the IFRS requirement, and IFRS requirement is you need to post. It is not for reporting purpose. You have to show them into the balance sheet also. So if I want to match this requirement in the system, I have two options. One option is either I follow account-based approach or I should go with ledger-based approach, right? In account-based approach, what I have to do is I have to create separate set of accounts, right? And I have to assign this separate set of accounts to different fiscal year, to different financial statement versions. So I'll
Right,
create two financial statement versions, one for IFRS and one for my leading ledger.
right,
Okay, so this is one option. Other option is I can use a ledger-based approach.
right.
But if I'm using ledger-based approach, it was not allowing me to set this indicator area post in real time for. Actually, I want to post in real time. If I'm creating IFRS, I want to post in real time, and the values also can differ, right? The depreciation post calculations are differing from IFRS and my leading ledger, and that is the reason why I need to post them both, right? But if I want to post, I cannot use this indicator. Rather, I have to create a derived depreciation area to meet this requirement.
Right.
Okay, and that is
So
the
no,
basic reason.
okay. My main point
Yes.
here is the same thing we were able to do in our previous ECC as well. Right. The only difference is that we had to like initially calculate it in a separate depreciation area where we
Yes.
specifically used to say that it will not post to any ledger. And then the difference between these two depreciation valuations, that is your derived depreciation area, that used to post to the non-leading ledger, which used to be
Yes.
IFRS. Right. This is how
Yes.
we used to do configuration at that time.
Right.
So I could do the same thing even with my previous system. So how is it new in here? I'm saying, what's the business case? Why people would go for this?
The business case is you don't need to create a derived depreciation area. You don't need to rely on the third depreciation area which is derived.
Okay, but what harm
At the
there
same
is?
time, see, at the same time, there are some changes in the posting logic also. So, yes, I have the reason for this. Now, the new asset accounting has a totally different posting logic. Okay,
Okay.
earlier what was happening is when I was posting something, like example, I am posting an, let's say, asset acquisition. In that case, the document type was created as KR. It is my vendor invoice. So vendor credit and my asset debit directly.
Depends.
Okay.
If integrated and non-integrated, there were two scenarios. But nevertheless, okay, let's say you directly जो है vendor account debit, sorry, asset account debit to vendor account. That used to
Integrated,
happen.
you mean to say from MM side?
GRIR account, right? GRIR
Okay.
account.
Yes, yes, yes. No, no, I'm not talking about that. I'm just talking about the normal scenario, FI scenario. So it is like your vendor will be credited and your asset will be debited directly, right?
Right, right,
At the same time, the asset tables are also getting updated. For example,
right,
ANLC, which was showing
right,
you the line items of the asset. right?
Right.
So
Right.
at the end of the day, I need to reconcile between my financial accounting and asset accounting, because
Right.
I can set the reconciliation on and off,
Mm-hmm.
right? Reconciliation indicator for the GL account I can set on and off. And I need to check this ABST2 report to verify whether my GL balance appearing in for asset account GLs is matching with my asset accounting or not.
Right.
Right. Now, going forward, as I told you, no reconciliation required, everything has come into the same place. So what will happen now is asset accounting will create a separate document, and that will also be updated in AC docket. There will be no separate table for asset accounting.
Okay.
Okay, everything will come to the AC docket. So what will happen now is there will be actually two documents which will be created. I'm considering there is only one ledger assigner. There is only one depreciation area. So what will happen now is instead of direct posting from vendor or maybe asset debit to vendor credit, what will happen now is there is a concept of technical clearing account in picture. So for document type KR, which is my financial accounting document, there will be a posting called as technical clearing account debit to vendor credit. Okay. And there will be the separate document which will be created for asset accounting. Again, it will flow to the AC docket. It will be my asset account debit to technical clearing account credit.
But it's as good as your GRIR account, just an intermediary account.
Yes, it is a clearing account. Yes, it is a technical clearing account. But again, what will happen is if it is only a leading ledger, there is no point doing all this exercise. But now consider that you have one non-leading ledger also activated. In that case, what will happen is now if you have two depreciation areas, so system will create two different documents for asset accounting. So one will be for KR and two for two different depreciation areas. And both will go to the AC docket table under different ledger groups.
No,
So
couldn't get
now,
this. But
okay,
no, couldn't
okay,
get this.
okay, let me come. So for example,
What
you have
about ABZOL?
AB.
Currently ABZOL T code, that is technical clearing account currently is being used.
ABZOL. Let me check.
ABZOL.
Yeah, if you are acquiring without vendor, where debit to the asset and credit to the clearing account.
Technical clearing account, right?
Yes.
It's already there.
Just a minute. I don't know which company code I can use. JT25 I used last time. No. You are talking about this. This is normally maintained here. You mean to say AO90? I think you are talking about this.
Here's 1991.
Yes, JT25.
Gaurav, why technical clearing?
We are talking about to post the real time into different ledger groups. I think it will be clear when we do this transaction. So I'll show you one transaction. Then only I think it will be better for you to understand. But from this configuration point of view, why I'm trying to explain you this is due to the question that Neeraj has asked, that why I need to do the changes, like why I was also I was also able to do this same scenario in my previous version also. But as I told you that in previous version, either I was using account-based approach or I was using ledger-based approach, and in ledger-based approach, I was using derived depreciation area. And at the same time, system was not allowing me to post the real-time entries. So I had to post a separate program, if you remember, for transferring this APC values at the month end or at the year end.
Right.
Right. So that is not required now. Automatically, real-time postings will be made to both the ledger groups for your leading as well as non-leading ledger also. So that is the whole idea of coming up with this. And at the same time,
you could say the whole idea is that you have your balance sheet real time available any point of time. Because earlier you have to wait for month end to transfer that data posting.
Yes.
Right. So this is the business reason behind it. Okay.
Yes. Let me show you here.
Right.
So if you are saying area post APC immediately, depreciation periodically. So this means whatever is the difference in APC terms, that will be only transferred when you run that month-end program.
Right.
What I'll do is, I think it will be better idea. We'll configure the same scenario first in our old asset accounting, okay, and then we'll configure the same.
Gaurav, that's fine. I was just trying to figure out the reason that why this change. The answer is that HANA itself claims that you get everything real time.
See, that is one reason. Another thing, as I told you, is the reconciliation. There is no separate asset accounting and financial accounting now. You don't need to reconcile the balances in ABST2, because normally, whenever I go to any implementation project, if I just like, for example, implementation or maybe rollout or something like that. So whenever I run this ABST2 report, most of the time the balance doesn't match. Why? This is the reason. Why the reason? Because both are two separate modules. Whatever is updating in, for example, asset accounting, it is not getting updated in GL, or maybe somebody has passed the manual entry into the GL directly instead of going through the asset accounting. So this can be avoided now, because this technical clearing account, it is by default account which will not allow you any single transaction directly into it. At the same time, it will automatically make sure that all the items are cleared at the same time when the posting is done. So in a single posting, so as I told you, when I post a document, automatically it will create two documents. So for each and every document, it will make sure that the technical clearing account has the balance 0, which means your reconciliation is automatically done there itself.
So what the entry shall be? You would say asset to technical and then technical to vendor.
Yes.
All these 4 entries would happen at the same time.
At the same time, with the same transaction. You don't need to pass this transaction separately. When you pass a single transaction, automatically these 2 entries will be posted. Okay. And if you have multiple ledger groups, each entry for each ledger group.
So you mean to say that total there will be like 8 entries.
Why
if there are two ledgers, one leading and one non-leading. So for one, it will be like asset to technical, your intermediary, and intermediary to your vendor. So 4 line items comes for one ledger, and since there are 2 ledgers, there will be total 8 line items.
Yes, you are absolutely right. There will be 8 line items if there are 2 ledgers.
So what's the sense? I'm saying, why do we have this technical ledger in place? Even if we did not have it, it's like a zero balancing account, right?
See, it is zero balancing account, but it is used when you are using parallel ledger. If you are not using parallel ledger, there is no point. But understand that what will happen if I want to post in real time to both the accounts, both the ledgers, what will happen is vendor credit to asset debit. At the same time, here also vendor credit to asset credit. So what will happen here is?
So what will happen? I'd say generally the difference is not in your APC value. The difference mostly comes due to depreciation valuation. That's why it happens at the period end.
That is okay. But what happens is there is some.
No, I'm saying if an asset costs 100 rupees, so initially when you are posting this 100 units, 100 INR, say, so it will have flow entry of 100 INR to both the ledgers.
Yes, that is value. Value is not a problem. Neeraj, I'm not talking about value.
Now, when it comes about, I was trying to figure out that the real time. What is that real time? Because when you talk about depreciation, so as it is, you will post the depreciation at the month end. Right? So as soon as you post the depreciation in the month end, it flows to all your leading and non-leading ledgers. Of course, the additional depreciation which you had to post at the month end was that for that particular depreciation area which used to post to your IFRS ledger.
Yeah, I got your point. That is the reason why I'm telling you it will be better if I will show you what was happening earlier, and vis-a-vis we'll try to do this. I think it will make all your doubts very clear. It is very simple example. It will not take much of time. We'll take this scenario it will not take more than 10 minutes to configure the same thing in our old system. What I'll do is in the next session, I'll make sure that the configuration are done. I'll just explain you what I have done. Okay, and I'll try to post a document in front of you. You'll get an idea what is happening in my old system and what are the activities that I have to perform after doing the transaction also, and what type of reports, in terms of reports, what are the benefits I'm going to get.
Sure.
Yes.
Because frankly speaking, till now I'm not able to figure out the business reason that why this change has been brought. Because the last example, the last explanation which you gave, that because it gives you things real time. But nevertheless,
Yes.
I would never have the value of asset unless and until I have run depreciation. And depreciation has to happen at the month end,
Yes, yes.
period end, whatever, right? So,
Yes.
okay, I understand one step would definitely reduce from this particular configuration. That earlier, you had to bring that depreciation to that delta depreciation area and then carry out its posting into the non-leading ledger at the month end. So this
Yes.
step now you won't have to do anymore. This will happen
Right.
automatically.
Right. See, normally we create a derived depreciation area to take care of our retirements also. So that is okay. Let's do one thing. Neeraj, I'm actually getting late today. So
Okay.
I'll configure the system, the old system. I'll explain you what I have done with the screenshots also if you want. And then we'll try to post this document, the same document. We'll try to keep a same scenario. There are two ledgers. Okay. Here also, there also. And if you want to perform this activity for both the ledgers, what is the impact here and what is the impact there? I'll tell you why we need to create a derived depreciation area. If we are not creating, what will be the issue? Okay. At the same time, how the tables are getting updated, which tables are getting updated in my old system vis-a-vis which tables are getting updated in my SEDOC, and how the reconciliation can be avoided compared to my ECC. I think if you understand all these points at one time, you will get an idea why SAP has thought of bringing this technical clearing account into the picture. Okay, I think
Just out of my curiosity, this last question, your
yes.
tables like ARLC, etc., would they now stay as a view or they have been demolished altogether?
Which table you are saying?
Your fixed assets tables like ARLC, etc., which used to stay
Yes.
earlier, so
See,
they are totally out of the scene now.
just a minute. They are not out of scene. Not a single table is out of scene. They will be created as a views.
Right, that's what I wanted. Oh, right.
Yes.
Asset
No, but this is not a view. So most of
right.
there are many tables which are created as a views because this is a basic table. So that is the reason. Even as I told you, like if you are posting anything to controlling, the basic table will remain as it is. COEP. If you are posting anything from financial accounting, basic table BSEC will remain as it is. So similar to that, this is also the basic table, and that is the reason why it is created as it is not removed
That's
as a
actual.
table and created as a view. But there are a lot of tables in asset accounting also which are removed and created as a view. I'll provide you the list of these tables also.
Thank you very much.
Okay, guys, I'm really getting late. So we'll meet next week. I think we decided to meet at 6. I don't think anybody has any problem, and we'll continue to start this session for rest of the sessions at 6 o'clock.
Thank you very much.
Okay, bye.